finesse the source. I master the course, and I'm still alive, man. Jesus walks. Yes, what's good, people? Myself, Man Like Rage, back with another video for you lot. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Support your boy. You gotta be in it to win it. Let's get into this. So, I saw a clip the other day from Ladders Podcast, which is Greatness Dex. Shout out Greatness Dex, man. Shout out the whole of Boy Better Know. If you don't know who Greatness Dex is, Greatness Dex is part of the Boy Better Know team.
Fam, it's not a video shoot, it's true stories, fam.
D1.
Trust me.
Dexter.
Money talks, bullshit walks. You get me?
Tell them.
It's peak. Trust me. We are climbing those ladders.
Tell them.
I don't know what you're doing. I'm on top of that ladder, fam.
Tell them.
Trust me.
Tell them.
Billionaires, drop out this Gucci and
Tell them. Tell them, brother. Tell them.
Drop it out, fam.
Tell them. Tell them. Tell them something. Tell them something.
Umbrella for 35 bags.
Skepta, Wiley's not Boy Better Know no anymore. But yeah, Skepta, JME, Shorty, Frisco, Jammer, Maximum, Greatness Dex, Donald as well. Shout out all the man them, yeah. That's the Boy Better Know team. So Greatness Dex has his own podcast now, which is the Ladders Podcast, and I've been following it and seeing content he's been posting. He done an interview with ZZ Mills, and he had Zach on there. Zek's a photographer. Who else did he have on there? He's had... That's what I can remember right now, but he's had other people on there. But yeah, ZZ Mills one, they had a discussion and they was talking about UK black culture. And Greatness Dex was saying there is no UK black culture. And ZZ Mills was saying, surely there's UK black culture. We are UK black culture. Which I do agree with ZZ Mills on that occasion, because I'm not going to get into it, but ZZ Mills has been saying some other stuff. Which, but yeah, I do agree with that.
I don't think there's any culture here, you know.
No, but we have black British culture for sure.
No.
You don't think we have black British culture? We do.
What do they represent? I don't know what they represent.
But I think we are black British culture. It's just a melting pot. Like, your black British culture is a mixture of your Nigerian culture. Was it Tottenham you grew up?
Yeah.
Tottenham, that culture, like all of those things. So someone from South is going to have a different culture from North culture. Like, that's what I mean. Even that, there's different cultures.
UK is confused.
And I'm going to add my 2 pence onto that, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, you see here in the UK, what I'm going to say is, Dex, you were saying the UK is confused, right? Cool. Here in the UK, with us, our scene and our culture, what you need to remember, my brother, yeah, is UK black culture is what we are creating. Because away from our grandparents and our parents, those who came before us, I feel like it's fair to say they didn't really create a UK black culture because when they came and they got into certain positions, what they ultimately done was give it away. There was no barriers put around it and kept, and it wasn't safeguarded so that there's clear lines to show what is ours and what is not ours. So the lines was very, very blurred. What you need to remember, Dex, yeah? Cool. Let me start with grime, because everyone knows what grime is. Everyone's familiar with grime music. So this will be an easier thing for everyone to understand from the rip. UK grime is stamped and is part of UK black culture, and the barriers is very, very clear because we know the story behind it, how it originated, where it originated from, who was involved in the making of it, and it's very clear. It's a sound that represents us, you know what I'm saying? Like, people, I was speaking to someone about it, there was like, it's in urban and all of these things, but overall it is UK black culture. Cool. Us as Africans, yeah, and our friends and associates from the Caribbean and all these other places that we have come from as black people, now that we're here in the UK, we bring our heritage from Ghana, Nigeria, Congo, Zimbabwe, Uganda, all of these beautiful places in Africa. And then we have our Caribbeans that come from Jamaica, Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Kitts, St. Vincent, all of these places. Now, once we're here in the UK and we now combined our cultures, It's no longer just African culture or Caribbean culture because it's now being integrated. And when I say that, I'm going to explain this. I can now go into an African restaurant and order Caribbean food because they've hired a Caribbean chef who cooks the food. And I can now go into a Caribbean restaurant and order African food, which I have done, and the food is banging because they've got an African auntie who's making jollof rice or whatever. Cool. Now, when you look at the menu, we have dishes that are now fusions. So you can get curry goat or oxtail, whatever, with jollof rice, mac and cheese, pounded yam. And this plate is not now just African food or Caribbean food. It's now a fusion. It's a mixture which has been recreated here in the UK by us. So this is now part of black culture, black British culture. Even though, yes, one dish originates from there, one dish originates here. And I'm not going to go back into the actual origins of where everything, because yes, everything did come from one place, but you know, some things was more stamped in this place and some things was more stamped in that place. We're not going to do that because that's just a rabbit hole. Let's just look at the point at hand. Black British culture. With our foods, now that it's being remixed and we can get puff, the puff guy with caramel in the middle and all of these things, these are now new creations. So I feel like it's fair to say that this is now part of black British culture, the food that we consume that has got its twist on it. Don't get me wrong, there is food which is, yeah, it's still just straight Caribbean or just straight Africa, but the remix, the fusion, you know, the thought process that's gone behind it, and the new platform that is being given, that is also now part of black British culture. My opinion. You can agree or disagree. It's up to you. When we jump online and we're now building up our platforms and making a name for ourselves, for instance, we have the Chunkses, we have the Harry Pineros, we have the Nella Roses, all of these people that are making platforms. What we're doing is building up and stamping what black British culture is. But where the lines get blurred is when we now have our Harry Pineros, our Nella Rose, and all of these people stepping away from their own platforms and jumping onto, I don't know, JD Sports or Foot Asylum or whatever platform it is. Now it's like, is it ours or is it theirs? And this is where the lines get blurred, because we need to build our own platforms and stamp it and have barriers around it so everyone knows this is black British culture, what we're doing, what we're creating, what we stand for, who we are. But because we're not putting a nice barrier around it and keeping it secure, it's like the lines are blurred. So people are saying, right, is that black British culture or is that just, you know, you lot doing this and that and that and this, and then we can't label it and we can't secure it and we can't have it as our own. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's what we need to do and establish it first, to have a clear understanding of what is ours, what belongs to us. Other people can see it and, you know, have a little indulgence here and there, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, people of other ethnicities and all of these things can travel into Africa or the Caribbean and enjoy and, you know, and go when they're ready. But, yeah. And also, let me just add, Greatness Dex, my brother, yeah, I don't think you're understanding the impact that you had on the culture and the stamp that you left. You may think it's banter, but when I'm in your comments saying umbrella for 35 bags, you need to understand that was a serious statement. You see that video clip? You see when you done that, brother? And I'm seeing that as a young youth, a young black youth, leaving Tottenham to go school in Finchley, and my brethren's showing me the phone, and he's playing me the video clip, and he's saying, this is Greatness Dex, you know, boy better know. And man's just looking like money, man's looking successful, and I'm listening to grime music, and it's making me understand that, blood, man like me can achieve great things in my life, because I'm seeing what you lot are doing, and I'm seeing how you lot are moving, blood, and I'm understanding that there's a way out. I'm not just looking at that as a video clip. I'm looking at that as the future, blood. Now me and all my brethren are in my yard, 10, 15 of us, one karaoke machine, trying to make music, spitting grime, My mum's coming home and there's bare little youths in the kitchen. Because we're seeing Boy Better Knows and the Rough Squads and all of these crews making grand music and changing their lives. Building a name for themselves. Creating a legacy. You're in that video talking about Gucci and Louis. Drop it out, fam. And you know how much of a mad statement that is? Because it's real talk. Gucci and Louis and all of these things don't define man. It don't define us. Umbrella for 35 bags. Man should be able to do that every single day and it should be light work. Man shouldn't be struggling for peas. That was a motivational speech, my brother. And my point is, don't downplay what you've done and what you've created. You're stamped in this thing. And together we are Black British culture. We are stamping it. We are making our scene. We are creating our lane. And before you know it, we're going to be unstoppable. Umbrella for 35 bags. I don't know what you lot are doing, but man's climbing those ladders. Get me on the show, my brother. You done know. This is what needs to be done with our culture, with Black British culture. And this is why it's not clear. This is why you're going to say we have no Black British culture. What is it? It's because we're not safeguarding it. You know what I'm saying? Safeguarding it to the extent where it is now established and people know what it is. We're so quick to build a name for ourselves and build a platform and all of these things. And then as soon as a little bit of cash or whatever gets waved in our faces, we're ready to just give that all up and go over there. Now the foundation is not solid enough. And that's why people are going to look at it and be like, that's not Black British culture. What is it? Why, if it's Black British culture, why are you on that platform doing that? You get what I'm saying? So what we need to do, we need to lock in. We need to work together. We need to set the foundation, have the barriers, the perimeters, make it clear what is us, what it is that belongs to us. This will just show everyone, okay, we know their lane, we know what they're doing, we know what's theirs. And that's how we progress and move forward. That's how we build a solid identity for ourselves, a solid platform, a solid foundation. You lot tell me what you lot think. Does it what I'm saying make sense, or is it all just waffle? I don't know, you lot tell me. But in my opinion, these are things and steps that we need to do to lock it in, to have a stable foundation. Myself, Man Like Rage, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Remember one thing only, God is the greatest. Jesus walks, them man close the mouth when I speak. I got the keys, voice of the streets.